They told you to stretch. They told you to fix your posture. They even told you to exercise more, maybe walk every day or sit on a better chair. And you tried. But somehow, that deep, stubborn ache in your back just never seemed to go away. All this time, you've been treating the symptoms, not the cause. Because sometimes the issue isn't mechanical at all. It's not your spine, your muscles, or your joints. It's something quieter, something you can't see in the mirror or feel with your fingers. It's something missing from your blood. A deficiency. You're about to unlock one of the most overlooked reasons why back pain doesn't improve, even after months of effort. A simple vitamin, easily available, often ignored, that your body desperately needs to keep inflammation down, nerves functioning, and bones stable. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to recognize the signs of this deficiency, how it's linked to your chronic back pain, and how to begin healing from the inside out. Let's begin where most doctors don't look: your bloodstream. There's a quiet conversation happening inside your body every day, between cells, between hormones, between nerves and tissues. And to keep that conversation going smoothly, your body relies on a delicate balance of nutrients. One of the most important and most underestimated is vitamin D. Now, it's easy to think of vitamin D as the sunshine vitamin. Maybe you've heard it helps with calcium absorption or bone strength. That's true, but its role in your health goes much deeper, especially when it comes to chronic back pain. Vitamin D acts almost like a hormone. It influences how your body responds to inflammation, how your immune system behaves, and how your nerves communicate pain. When you're deficient, and millions of people are, you don't just get tired. You become inflamed, oversensitive, and structurally vulnerable. The pain you're feeling may not be entirely mechanical at all. It might be biochemical. Here's where it gets more interesting. Studies have shown a strong correlation between low vitamin D levels and chronic musculoskeletal pain. That means when your levels drop, your likelihood of persistent back pain rises. Not only does your body struggle to repair damaged tissues, but the nerves in your spine may become hypersensitive, amplifying sensations that should be tolerable into something that feels unbearable. Think of your spine as a building. If vitamin D is the mortar holding bricks together, what happens when there's not enough? Cracks form, pressure increases, small issues grow into big ones. And no matter how much you stretch or how perfect your posture is, the foundation isn't stable. You're patching the roof when the problem is in the walls. This isn't about taking a random supplement and hoping it works. It's about understanding why your back may hurt, even though you've done everything right. Why pain sometimes lingers in the background of your life for years without ever finding a true fix. And here's something most people don't realize. Vitamin D deficiency doesn't always scream. It whispers. Fatigue, slight mood shifts, an unexplained ache in the lower back that comes and goes. You might write it off as aging or stress or sleep, but your body is trying to tell you something vital is missing. Which brings us to the next question. Who is most at risk? Where in everyday life are people unintentionally starving their bodies of this essential nutrient? Let's step into that scene and take a closer look at how this plays out in the lives of real people, maybe even you. Picture this: an office worker in their late 40s. Every morning they sit at the same desk, under the same fluorescent lights, sipping coffee and hunched over a keyboard. From 9 to 5, they barely move. They rarely see the sun except through a window pane. Their back pain started as a dull throb, easy to ignore, but over time, it became sharper, more persistent. It flares by noon and lingers through dinner. Nothing seems to help. They've tried ergonomic chairs, yoga apps, even weekly massages. Still, the pain returns. Or consider an older adult, retired now, who avoids the sun out of caution. Maybe they've been told to wear long sleeves or limit UV exposure. Over the years, they spend most of their time indoors. Their diet has shifted. Less dairy, fewer fortified foods, They wake up stiff, sometimes even wincing when getting out of bed. Their doctors run blood tests, prescribe painkillers, maybe suggest physical therapy. But the root cause, something as small and invisible as a missing vitamin, isn't addressed. Then there's the young athlete. Fit, lean, disciplined. But their training takes place inside a gym, early morning or late evening. They eat clean, sure, but without the right nutrients. When the lower back pain started, they thought it was just overuse. But weeks later, it's still there. That tight, deep ache that no foam roller can erase. No one thinks to check vitamin D. Why would they? They look perfectly healthy. This is the common thread. Across all these stories, young and old, active and sedentary, the sun is missing. Not just sunlight as an experience, but what it gives us, the ability to synthesize vitamin D through our skin. And what does that deficiency feel like? It feels like getting older, faster than you should. Like waking up sore even after a full night's sleep. Like always needing to adjust your chair, your position, your habits, just to get through the day. What makes this so frustrating is that the pain is real, but the cause is hidden. Most people won't connect the dots because it doesn't hurt in your stomach, or give you a rash, or show up on a scan. But it hurts in the spine, in the muscles that surround it, in the nerves that report to your brain that something isn't right. You're not imagining it, and you're not broken. There's a reason your pain won't go away. And it starts with understanding that your body cannot function without the raw materials it was designed to run on. Just like a car can't run without oil, your nervous system can't function well without vitamin D. So, what happens when you start replenishing it? That's what we'll explore now. How trust can be rebuilt in your body, how pain begins to fade, and how real healing feels. Let me tell you about Margaret. She's 62, a retired librarian, the kind of woman who spent her life caring for others, rarely herself. For years, she struggled with low back pain. Not excruciating, but constant. It kept her from gardening, from sitting comfortably through long dinners, even from sleeping soundly. Doctors told her it was just part of getting older. She accepted it, until one day, after reading about vitamin D deficiency, she asked her doctor to test her levels. They were shockingly low. Her doctor recommended supplementation, nothing extreme, just a daily dose tailored to her blood work. She also began spending 15 minutes a day outside, early morning sun on her arms and face. Within weeks, she noticed a difference. The pain, which once hovered in the background of everything she did, started to lift. It was subtle at first, easier mornings, less stiffness. Then it became undeniable. I didn't realize how heavy it had been until it was gone, she told me. That's how it often is with this kind of pain. You live with it so long it becomes your normal. But when your body finally gets what it needs, the return to comfort feels like a revelation. This isn't magic, it's biology. When your body has enough vitamin D, it can regulate inflammation more effectively. Your muscles don't spasm as often. Your nerves calm down. Your bones begin to repair at a cellular level. And you begin to trust your body again, not as a source of limitation, but as something capable of healing. If you've been living with chronic back pain, you're not weak. You're not lazy. You're not doing everything wrong. You might just be missing one vital piece. And no, vitamin D isn't a cure-all, but for many people, it's the key that unlocks everything else. The exercises work better. The stretches feel deeper. The sleep becomes more restorative. Your energy returns, not because of a miracle, but because your body finally has the foundation it needs. So what's the first step? Talk to your doctor. Ask for a test. It's simple, fast, and might explain more than you think. And don't rely solely on supplements. When possible, let nature help. Get outside, open a window, feel the warmth on your skin. Your body was built to thrive in partnership with the sun. If your back has been hurting for a long time, you might be feeling hopeless. But you're not out of options. You're not stuck like this forever. The path to healing may begin with something as simple as restoring what's been quietly missing. Let's close this with one last piece of honest advice for your life, your body, and your back. Here's what I want you to remember. Your back pain is not a sentence. It's not a punishment. It's a message. And sometimes, it's a message not about movement or alignment, but nourishment. We're taught to believe that healing comes through effort, through stretching, lifting, posture correction, even pain tolerance. But true healing also comes through care, through replenishing, through listening to what your body is quietly asking for. Vitamin D is more than a nutrient. It's a signal to your body that it's safe to repair, to calm down, to find balance again. And when you give your body what it truly needs, something powerful happens. The pain begins to loosen its grip. Your confidence starts to return. You stop living in fear of the next flare-up. Don't let your pain trick you into thinking you're fragile. You're not. You're human. And like all humans, you need light, you need nourishment, and you need to be seen, not just as a list of symptoms, but as a whole person. So take the step. Ask the question. Get tested. Give your body the tools to heal. And trust that change is possible, not just for your back, but for your entire life. You deserve to move freely. You deserve to feel strong. And you deserve to live without pain being the background of your everyday. Take care of yourself.